Hey guys, it's Erin. Thank you so much for coming back to watch yet another one of my videos. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to keep up with all of my content and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I upload. So today's video is going to be a mask proof full glam New Year's Eve look. I know not a lot of us are going to be going out this year, at least hopefully not. And if you are, either distance, wear a mask, something, just be safe. But if you do still plan on going out and you want a full face and you still want to wear a mask or you just want a full face, keep watching to see how I got this full glam. It's completely mask proof.
Levi high jeans sitting right, keep that ass up. Instagram flex, basic hoes getting gassed up.
So I'm going to be starting off with priming my face with e.l.f.'s matte putty primer and then setting it with some translucent powder. This is from Airspun in the color Naturally Neutral. So what priming your face is going to do is going to help smooth out any imperfections on your face, and it's also going to create a barrier between your skin and the makeup, give the makeup something to stick to, and also help it last longer. Now, I'm going to go in and color correct. I don't always do this, but since it is a full glam look, I do want the most coverage possible. And then with getting rid of the dark marks, that is going to help give my final look a more flawless finish. What color correcting is going to do is going to get rid of these dark marks. That's why I'm using the color orange, and you just blend it out. There are other colors that you can use to get rid of if you have like blue veins or like green veins in your face, for my lighter skin friends, but that's a different video for a different day. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set my color correcting with the same translucent powder. I'm basically going to be setting my face after every step. This is basically going to keep our makeup on our face and not on our mask. So then I'm going to be going in with my foundation. I'm using NYX's Born to Glow in the shade Cocoa. Now it might look a little orangey, but this is also going to help continue to cover up any of the dark spots on my face, and it's also going to be fixed after I finish all the other steps. So I really like this foundation. It is pretty buildable. I'd say it give you medium to full coverage depending on how you build it, and since this is full glam, I'm going to keep building it up until I am satisfied with the look and just make sure that it's even on my face. And I'm just going to blend it down into my neck. This is so important because you do not want a difference between your jawline and your neck, so please blend into your neck, blend between your neck and your jawline, because it's not cute. So again, I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the powder. I'm going to set it with a kabuki brush, and I'm just using a little bit of powder so I don't get that flashback. So next, I'm going to be going in with this concealer from LA Girl in the shade Cool Tan to highlight my face. I don't always highlight this heavily, but since we are doing a full glam, like I keep saying, we're just going to go all in tonight, okay? And I'm just going to set under my eyes, on my chin, and on my forehead. These are like the high points of my face. And what highlighting does is bring back some of the color to your face, because after you put on your foundation, it just takes away like all the shadows and all the dimensions from your face. So we're going to build it back up by highlighting and contouring. So you want to make sure you blend, and then blend some more. My arms are usually tired by the time I'm done blending, but it's totally worth it because it's going to look flawless by the end of our look. So again, I'm going to be setting my face, and specifically where I put the concealer. This is important even if you're not wearing a mask, because you don't want your concealer to be sliding around throughout the day or throughout your night. So this is going to help keep it in place, and it also gives you like a photo finish. So I'm just going to let that sit while I do my brows. Now I'll take my brows very seriously, so it does usually take me a minute to do them, but I will spare you trouble unless you just want a brow routine in the future. But like I said, it kind of takes me a little while, but I do have like a quicker version of doing it. But since we're going all in tonight, I'm going to make sure that I spend as much time on my brows as I want to. So I'm actually using Anastasia's Dip Brow Pomade in the color Chocolate. I'm just using this to go over my brows and their natural shape, and then I'm going to be filling them in with Mary Kay's Brow Tint in the shade Dark Brunette. So then I'm just going to be cleaning up my brows, and again, it takes me a while, so I'm just going to spare you this time. So now we're just going to be moving on to the eyes. I'm going to be going in with this primer from Smashbox. It is their 24-hour photo finish eye primer. And for me, eye primer is an absolute must. It helps the color of my eyeshadow show up better, and it also helps them last longer. And another tip for helping your eyeshadow show up better and to also last much longer is after you prime your eyes, you set them with translucent powder. So now I'm going to be going in with this shade from my Morphe palette. I'm going to use this as my transition color. I'm just going to be putting it above the crease because the eye look that we're going for tonight is going to be specifically just on the eyelid and right at the crease. So I kind of just want to give it something to transition into. So this color doesn't have to be super heavy. I'm just going to put on just enough for you to be able to see it and just enough to have the rest of my eye look transition into it nicely. So we're going to be using this shade from Fenty's Eyeshadow Palette. One of my friends actually got this for me after one of my videos. I said I didn't own anything from Fenty, so shout out to you. This is still the only thing I own from Fenty, but it's okay, we're working on it. So I'm just going to be using this flat brush to really pack in the color and pack it in on my eyelid. This is going to help the color show up better, and it's going to make it more opaque. So I'm just going to pack it on to my entire eyelid and then wing it out. I'm just going to be using kind of like the tip of the brush to get the wing and then filling it in with the flat part of the brush, and then do it again on my other eye. Next, I'm going to be going in with yet another Morphe palette and using this light shimmery white color and putting it in the inner corner. Now, it is not a New Year's Eve look without some shimmer, so even though the dark color was shimmery, I just wanted a bit more and make it a little bit more dramatic. You know, it's the end of the year, we're going out with a bang. All right, so I'm going to be taking the other color from the Fenty and just dusting it under my eyes. I don't always do this, but it does make a big difference, I feel, when you put the shadow from the top under your eye as well. So I'm going to be dusting off the rest of the translucent powder and moving on to my contour. I'm going to be using some eyeshadows, but these colors are actually working amazing as a contour. I've been using them since like the summer and I haven't looked back since. So I'm going to be contouring my cheeks and my forehead. And I'm going in kind of heavy because once again it is full look, but also my cheeks are like chubby and I'm trying to look like somebody's wife and not their child. Okay, so I'm going to be going all over my face with this and making sure to blend in perfectly because we don't want our face to look muddy. And I'm going to go ahead and blend on my jawline again and blend it down. Just like I said, you want it to all go together. I remember one time in middle school, I saw this girl and her face was just bronze on top and like white on bottom. And it was, yeah, I didn't mean to comb my hair like that. I hope she's doing well. So after I blend, I'm going to be going in with the powder again and just putting it right under where I contoured. This is going to make it like snatch up. If you want to make it super snatch, you can go in with some concealer and then set it, but I'm just going to go in and set it. And I'm just going to let that sit while I do my mascara. Now, I could have put on lashes, but I don't have lashes. We've been in quarantine all year, so I have no reason to have any. So I'm just going to use mascara and move on and then dust off the powder from under my contour. So again, like I said, I take my brows very seriously, so I'm going to go in once again and just touch them up and fix anything that I see that needs fixing, and I'm just being a little bit of a perfectionist. This isn't completely necessary. So after I'm done being extra, I'm going to set my face with this Ben Nye Final Seal, and I'm running out. I'm so sad. I got it for my wedding, didn't think I would need it again, but I do. So I'm just going to spray it on my beauty blender and just pat it onto my face. Now this is going to help make sure it really sets in the face. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. But I feel like it makes a world of a difference between just spraying it on the face. But since we're trying to keep it on our face and off of our mask, I'm going to be doing both. And I almost forgot, I do need to contour my nose. I don't always do this again, but with heavy contour, it kind of makes it kind of obvious when you don't have like color in the center of your nose, or at least to me. So I just lightly contour and do a little shimmy. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to spray my face like I said, but then I realized the fact that if I get this on the wall, my husband's going to be really mad at me and I'm not going to know how to clean it off. So I'm just going to go off to the side and spray. Nice. And here it is, the mask test. Now I do have a little bit of makeup on my mask that refuses to come out, so ignore that. So I'm just gonna set it on my face a little bit, do a little shimmy, do a little jig, let it sit on there for a second, And I'm just gonna pat it into my face, see if it makes any difference. And look at that. I'm yelling again, I'm sorry. It's nothing on there. I am shook. So I'm just gonna go in next and do my lips. I'm using this lip liner from NYX from their Suede line. This is in the shade Copenhagen, and I'm also using NYX from their lingerie line in the color Teddy. Now I really like this color Teddy, but I can't just like slap it on my lips without looking crazy. So I have to like lightly pat it on there and just make sure that I just build it up instead of just going in all at once. And I'm shimmying again. Get it, girl. So we're going to do this mask thing one more time. And I'm just going to put it on and move around a little bit more. Really try to put it to the test. And it did pretty well. I know I have a little bit more that came off, but it looks pretty good. So this was a success. I am really happy with this. Woo woo. And now our final look in 1, 2, 3, boom. Yes. Who is New Year's Eve ready? I know I am. I say that like I'm doing something, but I'm not. So this is the cutest I got to look. So I hope you guys have a fun, safe New Year. Good luck next year, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Levi high jeans sitting right, keep that ass up. Instagram flex, basic hoes getting